Everyone's different. But, and maybe they're holding on to some trauma. Perhaps they are, they're holding on to anger or guilt or some of these emotions or sadness. And if you get stuck in some of these emotions, you can't clear it. So there's a process, like a bereavement. You go through, a slew of emotions, wouldn't you? You go through, you'd be angry, you'd be feel guilty, could feel jealousy, you can feel denial, acceptance, all these things. And a lot of people get stuck. They don't accept who they are, where they are. The bottom line is that we can all complain, right? We've all got things we would change. We all, and if you don't have, well, good for you, you're very fortunate. But we all, we're all aging, aren't we? So we have to accept who we are, where we are, and we have to work with the tools we've got.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
And so, so I think, someone who's maybe drinking too much or, or not respecting themselves, they've got to, as well as love themselves, they've got to accept their situation. They've got to want to improve, right. and they've got to have their trauma cleared. So perhaps that involves forgiving themselves. Maybe it involves forgiving others.
Right.
Yes, so many people carry hatred.
Really?
So many people are unable to let go of grudges.
Yes.
It's quite remarkable.
Yeah, I bet, yeah.
But they're the losers, that's the thing. If you're angry with me and you're walking around the streets, feeling anger towards me, who's the loser?
Well, I mean, forgiveness has been something that's been quite topical, in the last few years. And of course, the person, if you forgive someone for something, you get the benefit, not them, to a degree, I guess.
Absolutely. Yeah. If someone's got road rage with you, you're driving down the street and the person in the car behind is threatening and shaking their fist at you, and they've upset you. Now you're going to go home and be in a bad mood all night.
Yes.
They've got you twice, haven't they?
Indeed, yeah.
So, the best way to deal with it is not to get reeled into it. I think the other thing to notice about people is we're all reflections of our own behaviours, and that's part of it. So if you're angry, you'll be angry with other people. For instance, if you've got some lad walking down the street, swagger on his shoulders, he's the big tough guy, well, he's reflecting aggression, right? And he will definitely attract negative energy.
Yeah.
Because of that, and aggression, and hang around with people like him. And if a Buddhist monk's walking down the street and he's practicing love and kindness and thoughtfulness, he's going to attract good energy.
Right.
So one of the things we can say to people is, if you're not getting what you want in life, look at what you're attracting or not attracting.
It's a very interesting thought.
Look at your behaviours. If you're arguing with everyone, you wonder why you've got no friends, right?
Yeah.
But if you're a nice, kind person, people like you, then
you.
You'll have lots of people that want to be around you.
Isn't it that there's a phrase, misery loves company?